Hi, South Norwood Primary School. It's Miss Ellis here from 6 Stormzy. How are you all? I hope you and your families are well and have been looking after yourselves since we've been at home. Today I'll be making a video focusing on a successful, famous person from the area of Croydon, an area that we all know quite well, where we live, go to school, where we shop. So somewhere that shows that successful people do come from where we live. The first person I'd like to start off with is Stormzy, which most of us are all already quite familiar with, and already we all know that he is a famous rapper from Croydon. So there are 2 facts that you can now put on your fact file. Before we start, I'd just like you to have a think about which Stormzy songs do you know? Have you got a favourite? Do you like Stormzy's music? How many can you think of? So now that you've thought about that, you already have some very good information that you can put onto your fact file. You might have thought of some songs that other people don't know, or you might have thought of some songs that, you know, bring back memories for others, so they would like to see that in your fact file. So the way we're going to do this is I think it will be useful if you have access to the internet. You can research interesting facts about Stormzy. You can also ask your parents, brothers and sisters, anyone who can help you with facts. Okay, it's very important that they are facts. We only want to read about true, interesting information about him. Before you go on to do that independently, I've got some information that you can kickstart and put straight onto your fact file without you having to do any research. So the first one is that his real name is not actually Stormzy. His mum did not call him Stormzy. His name is Michael Amari. He chose the name Stormzy to represent him as a rapper. Like most rappers we know, they don't always go by their first or real names. So his name is Michael Amari. He lived and grew up in Thornton Heath, which is very close to our school. His date of birth is the 26th of July, 1993. Using that information, you can also figure out how old he is right now. Okay, so he was born in 1993. How old is he now in 2020? Stormzy went to Kensington Avenue Primary School, which is again in Thornton Heath, and his secondary school was very close to South Norwood Primary School, and that was Harris Academy, South Norwood, although it was then called something different. Again, maybe you could find out that information. What was the school called when Stormzy was in secondary school? There he achieved 6 A stars in his GCSEs before going on to college and then building his rapping career. He has 2 sisters. He also has 2 very successful albums, which most of you might know some songs from, and he has also collaborated with famous people, for example, Krypton Conan and Ed Sheeran on these albums. So those are a few facts that I've researched and that I found out. I could go on and give you more, but then what would you do? What would you research? What would you find out? What would you amaze me and your teachers with? Okay, so next to this video is a template, a fact file template, which possibly year 2s and year 3s could use. And it's filling in the gaps so that all the relevant information is there, 4, 5 and 6, I think you can represent this on a blank piece of paper and really make this your own. First of all, you'll need a title. We want to be able to look at your piece of writing and straight away know what it is about. Okay, so what is your title going to be? Remembering that you are writing about Stormzy. We need a title. We might also want a picture so that we can know what Stormzy looks like. You can either draw this, or if you have access to a printer, or if you are doing it on a computer, you can take a picture and stick it on. After that, this is where I want your information. Lots and lots of interesting information so that when your teachers and I read it, we can go, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, lots of positive reactions. So I'm really looking forward to seeing your fact file. I hope you enjoyed this first piece of work that you've got to do. And I hope you find out lots of information, okay? Enjoy your day, good luck, and I'm really, really looking forward to seeing it. Bye.